And some people would say it's rather dodgy to be talking about what I would do on Friday if I was your Prime Minister when it's so inconclusive at the moment. And opposition leaders, by tradition, even though tradition has been thrown out of the window with this election, never talk about a victory before it actually happens. They think it's bad luck. And I would suggest probably in this case he's talking a little bit too soon. The great thing about this election is we haven't got a clue what's going to happen.
Well, could I suggest act the part and you'll be treated as if you are the part?
That, well, from a marketing perspective, I would say that that's a very, very fair point. And he's come out and he has said, if I was your Prime Minister, which is very emotive, if I was your leader.
Yes.
And I think some people will be seduced by that.
When Pepper first came,
Yeah.
we bought her home in the cat basket.
In the cat basket?
Yeah.
Right, OK.
OK, and she was going to grow to this big, by this big, so she was actually going to live with the dogs inside the house.
So very much so a micro pig.
Oh, yeah, she's a house pig.
OK.
OK, but you'll see, she's in bed at the moment, but she'll come out because she's very friendly. So, there you go. That's my little micro pig.
Gosh. Crumbs.
Yeah. Not
She's
quite
not so micro, is she?
She's not, is she?
She's a
She's
big
lovely.
girl. But you said to me that she was only meant to be knee-high.
Yes.
Right, that's the way her snout is up to now. So
Yeah.
she's about roughly the size of a Great Dane, isn't she?
She is, but a lot heavier, obviously. I think she's about 250, 300 pounds, maybe.
The big thing about this is that lots of people have become quite interested in geography and volcanoes, and I was swatting up last night all about volcanoes, and the pronunciation is, if you looked at this just in terms of words on a piece of paper, it would read as I Jaff Jail A J O Cool, right?
Ah.
That's wrong, right? I'm going to impress you now, OK? Ivazuka th. But what interested me was the fact that they actually managed to keep the original text, and it worked very well with this new narrative, and I was quite surprised by that because I thought they'd have to change things around and move it on a little bit. The first half, I agree with you both, was actually quite funny, and I really enjoyed it, and I thought I'll get to the interval, I'll have an orange juice because I want to concentrate on the text. Unfortunately, I never quaffed a Pinot Grigio fast enough because by the end of it I was starting to get bored, and it had lost what I really wanted Romeo and Juliet to be because I wanted to believe in the characters.
So you wanted more passion?
I wanted far more passion, and we just saw it in the clip there when they kissed. It was very stuttery, there was no passion. I'm not saying I want full-on snogging on the stage, but I want to really believe in them. So who is to blame here? I think that's the big issue. And I would say, well, no, but I would say that it's the bureaucrats in the council who are pushing their agenda, and they think that they may offend someone. But they think they may offend somebody. They're not actually offending anyone, and it's pandering towards a kind of right-wing agenda in this country, which is ridiculous. I understand that a number shouldn't define who you are or how you act. Yeah. However, if somebody goes out spilling out of their top, spilling out of their belly, you've got to sit there and think, well, for goodness sake, wait a minute, dress your age. I mean, I was in the supermarket the other day.
Cover up the bits that have gone a bit nasty.
I mean, this woman was disturbing me. I mean, it was absolutely revolting what she was looking like. And I have to say, I sat there and I thought, have you got any taste, any decency?
But taste.
A very good evening from Look East. Let's get more now on the young man from Northampton shot dead in Florida. A teenager has been arrested for the murder of James Cazares and his friend James Cooper. Stuart Radcliffe has spent the day in Mr Cazares' hometown of Northampton.
James Cazares.
Planet Redhead.
Now, I love this. Now, right, I'm going to give this a go, OK. Now, in France, this is Redhead. He's been dubbed Redhead here by the popular papers right the way across Europe and indeed the world. He's going to continue with that title of being Redhead. Of course, this is Ed Miliband, who is the new Labour leader. In France, they're calling him Ed Le Rouge. In Germany, De Rote Ed. Have I got that right? In Spain, Ed El Rojo. Rojo, sorry, Rojo. And it goes on. I'm not even going to try the Greek because that's impossible.
Well, I think that gets the prize for the Scrabble competition politics prize.
Go on, Mark.
Cocky View Evd, I think.